Welcome to English Story Today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. My name is Clara Bennett. I am 50 years old. I live in London, England. I am divorced. I have no husband, no partner, only myself. But I am not poor. I worked very hard for many years. I built my own company, a small fashion business. Now it is successful. I earn good money. I drive a black Mercedes car. I wear high heels every day. My clothes are expensive. My hair is always perfect. When I walk in the street, people notice me. Some admire me. Some whisper behind my back. They say things about me. They think they know me, but they do not. My life is not only success. My life is also loneliness, and the heavy feeling of other people's judgment. One sunny afternoon, I went to a university campus cafe in Oxford. It was full of young students, laughing, talking, busy with their books. I sat down with a cup of coffee. That day, I saw a young man. He was tall with dark brown hair, maybe 25 years old. He stood near the counter, looking at the food menu. I watched him. His face looked worried. He held a small wallet in his hand. He looked at the sandwich, then at his wallet again. His shoulders were tense. His clothes were clean, but very old. His shoes had thin soles. I understood, he did not have enough money for food. He looked hungry, very hungry. He bit his lip, sighed, and looked away from the menu. Something inside me moved. I usually never talk to strangers, but this young man was different. He was not begging, not asking. He was only silent, worried about how to buy food. I walked closer. He noticed me and looked surprised. "Hello," I said softly. "Are you hungry?" He nodded shyly. His voice was gentle. "Yes, a little." "Please, let me buy your lunch," I told him. His eyes opened wide. "Oh no, you don't have to," he said quickly. He looked embarrassed. "I want to," I said kindly. "It is just a small kindness, please." He hesitated, then slowly smiled. "Thank you. That is very kind of you." I bought him a sandwich and a drink. We sat at a small table. He ate quickly, almost like he had not eaten since morning. His name was Ethan Miller. He was a student at the university. That lunch was the beginning of our story. After that day, I met Ethan more often. Sometimes we had coffee together. Sometimes we walked in the park near the river. He was different from the people I usually met. He was young, open, full of dreams, but he was poor. He worked part-time in a coffee shop. He had student loans. His shoes had holes. His hands were tired from work, but his eyes were always full of hope. When I was with him, I laughed more. He told funny stories about his friends, about his classes. I felt lighter with him. He made me forget my age, my loneliness, and my heavy business life. One quiet evening, We were in a cafe again. We talked for a long time. Then Ethan looked at me with serious eyes. He said, "Clara, when I am with you, I feel I can breathe again." My heart beat faster. His words touched me deeply. Then he leaned closer. His lips touched mine. A gentle kiss at first, then stronger. In that moment, I forgot everything: age, rules, whispers, society. I only felt his lips, and his warmth. That kiss broke one of my life's strict rules: never fall in love again. But it was the first rule I broke because of Ethan. I knew it would not be the last. Our bond grew stronger, but Ethan never asked me for money. Still, I could see his worries: bills, books, rent. It was too much for him. One night, I offered Ethan, "Let me help you. Just a little money as a gift." He refused quickly. "No, Clara. I cannot take your money. This is my problem." But I insisted gently. Finally, he agreed. Tears came to his eyes. He held my hand and whispered, "Thank you." That night, I held him close. He felt safe in my arms. Soon, people began to gossip. A rich old woman with a young man. They say she is his sugar mommy. I heard these words in shops, at parties. They cut my heart, though I pretended not to care. One winter day, Ethan asked me to marry him. I laughed at first, but he was serious. "I love you, Clara. Not your money, you." I wanted to believe him. So I said yes. We had a small wedding in Italy. The sun was shining. It was beautiful. For a time, life was perfect. But soon doubts grew. Ethan often used his phone in secret. He talked to someone in whispers. Once, I saw him with a young woman. She touched his face. My heart shattered. Later he confessed, it was his ex-girlfriend, Sarah. She was blackmailing him. She threatened to tell the world he only married me for money. She demanded money. I believed him. I gave her money to make her disappear. After that, life became quiet again. Ethan finished his studies. He found a job by himself. He proved his strength. We moved to a small house near the Cornish coast. There we planted flowers, drank wine in the evenings, and listened to the sea. Ethan often told me, "Clara, you saved me." But sometimes, I think it was him who saved me. Because before Ethan, I had everything: money, car, business. But I was empty inside. With him, I found laughter, passion, and love again. Some people still whisper. Some still judge. But I do not care. Love does not ask about age. Love does not follow rules. It simply comes, and it makes life worth living. If you liked this story, please like, comment, and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more interesting stories.